Hi chat, welcome in everyone. I'm Chef JJ. We're working with peaches today. Working with peaches. We got some peaches. Just a little glance. Welcome in everybody. Hi there Kip, welcome in JK. Happy to see you Nan Reader. Welcome in Zlogo. Logo Bucks. Doing salad tonight, but I'm sort of somewhat drawing things out with this out a little bit. Welcome in, so gonna be doing grilled peaches, using peaches tomorrow night as well, so we got a few extra peaches here than we need just for tonight. And going to be grilling those and doing those with a wide variety of greens. Gonna butcher up the chicken tonight. I need to start building up my bone collection for doing stock again. And I got some beautiful heirloom tomatoes too. Like, look at these two. Just the coloration on that is So let's start with making some coffee. Good to see the scramble's back to working. Bot's back to connected. Only small fires going on. Not a raging fire tonight. How is my day? About as well as this looks right here. I didn't realize that I didn't hide my cord tonight. I have not had the greatest week or so. I hope it's going to change dramatically starting tomorrow, but we'll see. Otherwise, I really shouldn't be. I've just been dragging this like last week. I haven't been getting things done, and that's after trying to recollect myself after screwing up my back. Oh no, it's not, well, it sounds worse, like, I hate even bringing it up, because it sounds worse than it is. I mean, for a guy that's sitting around all day, you know? But yeah, I didn't get up and get going. I was intending to go out to the farmer's market today. Instead, I had to deal with produce sections. I went to 2 different places to find some nice produce for tonight. Yes, absolutely. This is the whole, like, that's the whole thing with the coughing to begin with. It's like, when I start my streams, I'm usually fit of anxiety rushing around. What else do I need to clean? What else can I set up for stream tonight? And I hit play, and then I sort of need to reset myself to get there. And right about now is when I usually start inquiring, how are all of you lovely people? Thank you so much for joining me today. A little bit of an overpour on the coffee tonight. About 10 grams over. Usually shoot for about 405 these days. So I'm in a quandary now, chat. Like, I feel like America's standards of service are just so poor at this point. I'm sitting here complaining about grocery shopping bags. Here in California, we had a law passed the last decade, something like that, approaching a decade ago, that you had to buy your bags if you're getting to get bags out of the supermarket, thing to reduce bag waste. And so that irritated me no end, because the moment that happened, the savvy supermarkets immediately started gaming how many bags they could sell you, putting a minimum amount of items in there before getting another one, that sort of thing. Giving you like 20 bags when you needed 5. And the other part of it is I went and now got bags. On one hand, I got bags that I knew would sort of irritate them, but I like. And now every time I go there with my own bags, the bag guys always, like, they go over to another check standard. Like they avoid them like the plague. And you could say that, oh, they're going and returning the carts. And so I left my cart out. I'm normally a cart returner. I left my cart out tonight. It's sort of like I'm retaliating in rather petty ways because society is itself is letting supermarkets get away with it. But one of the places I went to today, the last place I went to that I'm thinking of primarily, absolutely criminal at both of those things. Just like, how many bags can we sell you today? And they have to have a sweetheart margin on them. I know that they do. Like, the law in California is they cost 10 cents. Why they mandated that in the first place is silly. But, and I'm sure inflation has had a major effect on this since when I was buying them. And maybe instead of the 4 cents a bag I was looking at as a small retailer, buying by the case. Not by the pallet, not by the truck, by the case. I could get them for 4 cents. And they have to, so that's 6 cents to them every bag. And I am certain, because I also know I couldn't afford to get them custom printed for me because I didn't have a proper place to store them, nor that could I really afford to buy them by the pallet, which is what they require for custom designed bags. So, but I feel like society is giving up a lot of small things in the name of cost saving, in the name of reducing labor, which is really just shittifying our lives. It's not really it's not improving anything cost-wise. It's just making the experience worse. Hey, Logo. Yes, this is a drip coffee using some nice half and half and sugar. Once again, I appreciate all of you joining me tonight. Cheers. I was adamant against the bag law when it first came out. Not even with the cost thing and stores then playing games with it. But, like, it just didn't make sense to me. Like, they already had people bringing in bags on their own, on good public sentiment. Oh, those are my other two arguments for it. Or against it, rather. One, it's essentially an internet tax, non-internet tax. Retail tax. It's, you buy, like I was saying this before about sunglasses. I used to buy a whole bunch of cheap sunglasses online because sunglasses, they come to you when you buy them online. They're in a nice, they don't do this anymore. But back then, they'd be sold in a nice, microfiber bag in a box with everything all nice, and then it's sent in another box. But if I bought those cheap sunglasses at the supermarket, I wouldn't get any of that, and I'd have to pay for a bag to leave. And the other complaint I had is it's essentially a tourism or traveling tax, unless y'all bring shopping bags with you when you go traveling. Now, I can see some of the ladies out there being like, I went out shopping, but really. Mm. Wow, it's pretty dry. Wrong knife for this project. We'll get into breaking down the chicken so we got some chicken to go with our grilled peach. Gotta get that oyster meat. Cut the skin. Yeah, I do a bit of everything. I don't really claim to be a master of anything. I don't really try to claim any recipes or anything as mine. I have a few things that are like, I do this all the time. But I don't really, yeah. I'm much more of, I've tried that, I've done that before. Okay, be complicated. This knife is considerably duller than I thought it was. Oh, and Kip, if you're still hanging out, I didn't thank you for that resub. Greatly appreciate that. How did I escape my mind? Sort of like that earbud just did. Freudian slip. I think I'm gonna bag up the chicken breasts and we're gonna grill these up tonight. I didn't even look what the ingredient challenge is likely going to be. Ooh, it's a close one. I guess we can go chicken either way. We'll set that off to the side, air it dry a little bit while we're working on other things. Now we need to figure out which peaches we're going to actually use for tonight. Which ones are the firmer ones, which most of these are the... Yeah. All of them are pretty firm. Maybe we'll go with the larger ones for tonight. Some of these are Freestone peaches, some of them are not. Most of them are not. That one's pretty Freestone. debating what I want to do with the onion. If I want to leave it just raw, if I want to quick pickle it. Ooh, we're going ads. Ads are back to work. So I'm going to sit here and figure out what I'm going to do with onion and cut it up. This peel is just does not want to come off. Does not want to peel. This peel does not want to peel. Why am I sweating? This house shouldn't be this hot. It isn't that hot. I'm just hot. Putting onions on the salad, because I feel like it. I'm only putting half of it on there, though. I have no idea his logo. I have a small little window AC for my one bedroom place. It's probably insufficient, but it works majority of the time, other than like peak summer. Let's see. So yeah, I'm just sweating. Captions. Rain is probably the one thing I miss the most about moving here to California, because like we don't get like every once in a while we'll get a rain shower, but generally it's just dreary from like November to February, and just light rain, overcast, just there. Ozzy, thank you for that resub. How are you, kind soul? We don't get thunderstorms, which, as much as they're frustrating and annoying, they're also enjoyable once in a blue moon. forgot about this. I've pretty much always enjoyed thunderstorms myself, unless they get to the extreme they're going to damage things. But at the same time, talking to the public, people who own dogs and stuff like that don't feel that favorably about them. I forgot I left this in the fridge with some of that butter lettuce from before. And, yeah. Let's make sure and get a good clean on this. I also imagine that they're not nearly as fun as an adult as they are as a kid. When you're not worried about the financial things of, oh, that hail in my car or my house. But as a kid, even the hailstorms and stuff that I went through, I thought were sort of exciting. And I remember at one point getting trapped out with my parents in a pretty wicked storm that we were traveling. I forget where we were traveling. Okay, so we got that drying off now. We got our onion done. I don't want to cut into the tomatoes until I want to start using them. So I'm waiting until the last moment. Running out of paper. Basically, I need to clean up the frisee. The other lettuce is already ready to go. Maybe, why don't we do this? I wanted to try blending up this Dijon that I had created. So I'm going to try blending this up a bit. See if that goes further than the stick blender took it. Still going back into this container, so not too... mute for the blend. it is working a bit. You notice it's a bit yellower, a bit brighter yellow towards the bottom than it is at the top here. And this top area here is what didn't blend in with it. I did have to get the tamper out. But let's give this all a little bit of a mix and run it through once more. And then we'll use what remains in the blender as the beginning of our vinaigrette. So we'll have some Dijon mustard ready to go with our vinaigrette. For those that missed this, like, it was not the cheapest project, but compared to buying normal Dijon, it was not expensive, especially for this amount. And it was, I mean, especially if you just use the blender, it's pretty easy to do. Like, you're gonna break your back if you do it old school mortar and pestle. Like, that's the way you should do it. We'll go through once more. I went with a stick blender the first time, and now I'm using a regular blender. I don't know if that greatly improved things from the stick blender. I could have gone longer with it. I'm not worried at all about burning that motor out. That motor's champ. But worth it? I don't know. If you got the space, you can jar it or something like that. I think it probably could be a money saver for you. And you could also use the specific flavors that you want in your mustard. Like, this is pretty hot. Like, this is horseradish hot. We'll go back into this with all of it, what we're using for our dressing tonight. Spicy, well, I'm into horseradish in, like, nasal heat. Wasabi, horseradish, mustard. Not, like, I don't mind pepper heat, but I'm not so much into it. That looks like a good start for a mustard-heavy vinaigrette. I guess the number one reason I can say that I like those too is typically when those types of heat are used, they're more of a palate cleanser or a shock, or like they're not, like you're not just eating wings covered in hot sauce. It's not like it's everywhere. It's typically like a exclamation point to a meal. The even funnier thing is if you're an American, maybe not so much true internationally, you most likely have not had true wasabi. It's nowhere near, it's not like, it's much more green, fresh. It's hot, but it's not like most American wasabi is a commercial production using primarily mustard and or horseradish. So when you think of wasabi, if you're an American, you're probably also thinking of horseradish and mustard in your mind, unless you regularly grate your wasabi fresh within minutes of using it. I have only had it once or twice fresh. I'm not a big sushi eater though, at the same time. That green stuff, yeah, that's all horseradish mustard. I was in here for you? I think you're what I'm after. Yep. My frisee. I'm in the camp that there's way too many unknown critters of the sea. Much of what we do know is sold of us from the sea is mislabeled. And have you heard of a tongue louse? Like, I do a little seafood, but yeah. I used to really dislike frisee when I was like a kid and younger. The last couple of years, I really like this green. It's not really great just by itself, but it's amazing in a mix. It's better in winter, even though it's not winter right now. Oh, I've had my fair share of mud bugs. And I've done some Dungeness crab on stream, since that's the local flavor. I haven't done I've done frozen crawfish on stream. I don't have great sources for fresh crawfish out here in Northern California. Otherwise, I probably would have at this point. But I'm not a big shrimp person, so you're not going to see me doing shrimp boils or anything like that. You notice how shrimp just sort of like straight up disappeared from cuisine post Gulf oil spill? Crawfish, or crawdads, or mudbugs, or they're essentially crabs or lobsters. They're like baby lobsters. They're maybe whole. They're like about that long. Not in love with some of the ends on these greens, but I'm not going to go and pick all of them out. Oh no, they're small little crawfish are small little things like, and when you're pulling them apart, like typically like crabs and lobsters, you'll pull out the crab meat, the claw meat, and it's not even worth it with crawfish. It's just basically you twist them. You take off the shell to the tail, you eat the meat from the tail, and you suck the head. You gotta suck the head if you're having crawfish. Whole crawfish. Get all of that lobster butter. Mudbug butter. Okay, we're going to chop these down a little bit more. Not in love with the tips on those frisee. I don't know what happened, if they got burnt or what's going on there. That's a crawfish boil, crab boil, lobster boil. It's a great event. It's a fun time. and you coat anything in enough butter and serve it with beautiful, delicious potatoes and corn, it's going to be a good time. Favorite meal to cook? Don't really have one. I have my laziest meal to cook, which is just chicken and rice or chicken and potatoes. That's like it's actually what I made last night. Chat couldn't see that one through. Let's see through that one. Made more sense in my head. Yes, that was a poor pun about tunnels. So let's add some other goodies in here for our vinaigrette. What do I want to use as sort of a contrasting flavor here besides that lovely mustard? Ooh. Are we getting to blender level? Almost. I'm gonna go put this on the blender and add olive oil to it slowly, which means I gotta get the blender back out. I don't know why I put that back away. You need to be out here. Creamy manual. Let's go back behind the creamy. I'm done with the tamper, I think. Olive oil. So, maraschino cherry juice, Dijon, citrus champagne vinegar, and olive oil vinaigrette for our grilled peach salad. I don't know what I would call this as a dressing. I'm sort of lost on that. Doesn't look very cherry-like, does it? Despite there being that heavy dark red in there, it sort of disappeared. We can still use you two. Get all that mustard off of you, though. Give this a taste and see what we want to do as far as seasoning. Want to add any other seasonings in here. Maybe you want to add more cherry in here, I don't know. Doubt I'm going to want to add more mustard. Like it looks like it's mustard. No, wrong way to taste greens. Lettuce. Still half it on the floor, that's the way you taste it, chap. That is intriguing. Comes initially with the acidity and the mustard, and then it just leaves with this sweetness, this cherry sweetness at the end. It's really sort of cool. Sort of think it needs a little more cherry though. I'm gonna ruin it. I'm gonna overpower it with cherry now. I don't think we need to blend that to get that incorporated. Salt. Pepper while I'm here. Why not? You wouldn't be able to tell there's cherry in that until I told you there's cherry in that. And it'd be like, oh yeah, that's what that is. Like, it's not the normal flavors, it's not the flavors that I think of when I think of cherry. It's more of the, like, cooling and... the parts that contrast well to the mustard. That's what it is. Okay, so we got those. I guess we're going with our chicken and peaches now. So we'll start heating up our grill plate. I just gave that a really good scrub before the start of stream there, so that little bit of ugliness on there is more like it just needs to be heated up again. I broke out a scrub that I've had in a container for like 5 years that I was going to use for my trailer, and used it on that today. I also scrubbed the other side. I'm not going to say it was a proper cure, but the other side was looking rusty, was looking pretty rough on this. I gave that a good scrape down to what looked like roughly metal, gave it a good oiling, and now that's what's on directly underneath that flame. So hopefully that'll remedy itself out without completely smoking out the house too. I did wipe it dry. There's a layer of gloss oil there. Trying to think of what I should use as far as seasoning here. Like with the peaches, with this, even with the tomatoes. But the tomatoes are mostly for a pretty garnish. Sort of wish I still had cucumber. I didn't buy cucumber. I could have got one for a day. That was... oh, dad joke. That one was rough. That one got me. Let's get the other fans going, just because it's going to have to happen. Whew. The bathroom needs it anyways. Smelling sort of mildewy from my shower. Ew. Smelling, sort of. Maybe should have let that air out a little bit better this morning. So this pan is certainly smelling nice and warm. I think we're going to kick down the heat on these to a little bit more of a simmer. That's the other great thing about gas versus electric. Like, I can see the flame. I can see how big the flame is. Like, electric is just sort of like, is it glowing? Is the little hot red light on? Again, induction somewhat excluded from that complaint, but again, induction coils have a lifetime. Alright, so these, I'm giving a light spritz of olive oil on the outside of the chicken. I already spritzed them, sorry. Salt. We'll skip the pepper for now. And onto the grill. Skin side down, even though there's skin on both sides of the leg. So I'm sort of hoping that I'm going to be able to cook these chicken through entirely on the grill top, and we're not too hot that I have to use the oven. Yeah, tasted pretty good. Garlic and pork are usually good combo. Just losing lettuce everywhere. Guac. Michael got the guac. Welcome in, Michael. Just getting started with grilling our chicken. It's on its first side, first turn. We got our dressing made up. I've got tomatoes that I still need to slice up. But we're basically into sort of the end of prep here for tonight. A little bit of a quicker stream tonight. Sort of strange for a Sunday. I try to make longer streams on Sunday. Maybe I should have swapped this and tomorrow's because the upside down peach cake is gonna take a minute. I still haven't even decided what I'm gonna do with that. Probably use up the chicken breasts. Otherwise it's gonna be part of a Wednesday night with the green tea or the watermelon, whatever chat chooses. Okay, so there we got onions for the whole thing. Yeah, I'm okay with onions. If you want it to be watermelon, you gotta vote. Wednesday dinner vote. We'll salt the other sides of these chicken thighs and legs. Hindquarters, proper term. Give them a spritz of oil. And we'll do a flip. Nice. Oops. Wrong side. Left side. Maybe I'll just use this bad boy tonight. This was my chicken knife. Well, here's hoping I don't die to salmonella now. Thanks for hanging out, Sloga. Hey, Zeeks. Welcome, welcome. We're doing chicken and peaches and heirloom tomatoes and lots of greens, homemade vinaigrette. And chicken's trying to be noisy. Let's start grilling some peaches. Seeing if we can get these to go. I made a vinaigrette with champagne citrus vinegar, my own Dijon from earlier, maraschino cherry juice, and olive oil with salt, pepper, MSG. Nice, Seeks. I don't know, you watch Level 1 Text at all? He had a pretty good video a couple back about doing your own model on a decent GPU. Ad break. See all your folks in a little bit. I mean, you if you're into it, it's basically go to our forums and we have detailed info. But otherwise, it was a sort of interesting video. Wow. I saw Battlefield 6 outdid peaks of all the other big ones. It is the most liked game right now. Big ones didn't take color as well. Anyone else enjoying Battlefield 6? New games in multiplayer are always a bit of a mess until they figure out how to handle the crowds and what the crowds are doing to exploit things that they have to prevent. So, like, I gave Apex like a month or two playing that, giving that a shot, and like, it was so full of people just aimbotting across the entire that first season. Like, I know the game is nowhere like that anymore. They've added a whole bunch of new characters that I have no idea what they're like. Feels like deathmatch because the maps are really small. You only have seconds before death. Yeah, that's always a bummer with like, if you got too small of a... I've heard them talking about them bringing some larger maps in the future. And... okay. Why didn't you release them with some long maps to begin with? That sounds like corporate. Like, get it out, now. We'll turn the heat off on these now, so it's going to continue to cook those peaches, but not nearly as fast. Those peaches are basically ready, though. Now we go to add our Dijon olive oil. Ooh, we got some stickage in the corner. Make sure you're all emulsified here. In here. But I went and blended up. If anyone watched my Dijon earlier and didn't catch earlier in this stream, I blended all of the Dijon up a little bit more. Didn't change it too much. Did slightly bring out a little bit more yellow. Not much though. And so I used the same container to make my vinaigrette with the leftovers of the mustard in there. Along with grenadine or maraschino cherry juice, whatever name you want to call it. Salt. I need to make more playlists like this one. I really like this playlist. I've been overplaying it, and it's one of my shorter ones too. I need to do more just ambient. What do you think, chat? Are you a fan of the ambient, or are you more of the jazz, or are you more of the blues? Or some other mix, or don't really care? Are you in the you have music category? We got pecans there, over the top. Sunflower seeds. I do with you? Oh well. There we go, chat. We got some dinner there. Wish I had a more photogenic chicken thigh and leg there. Got a little too much oil singe on that. Peaches look decently grilled, though. I guess we'll live with that for photos. I think we got that pretty good. So there we have it, chat. Bring back the carousel. That's gonna wrap up dinner for tonight, folks. I shall be back here tomorrow night when we're going to be doing a whole lot more peaches. We're going to be doing peach upside down cake. Hey, Dirt! So that is the plan for tomorrow night. I hope you come back to join me. I don't know what I'm going to do for an actual dinner besides peach upside down cake tomorrow. Do have the chicken breasts in the fridge, Do have all sorts of pork around the house. Did feel great today walking through the supermarket, the local supermarket, advertising 7 or 8 pound dollar a pound pork chops, bone-in pork chops, and knowing that all of this pork in this house cost me $4.50. Even though that I was upset about the price at the time then, much happier about that price right now. Okay, folks, I hope you'll have a lovely evening. I hope to see all of your lovely faces back here tomorrow. Have a great night. Good night.